I'm so happy to have you all here. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you are around the world. Today is gonna be amazing because today we are gonna do my morning routine. That it's not workout. I should, but I don't do that. It's my morning routine on varnishing. So, every morning, what I do always this same thing. And now I say hi to Tom, the first one. Great, Tom. Good morning. So, as soon as I wake up, I do these things. I sand all the violin. I French polish all the violin. And then I start varnishing. But today is a special day because after the first coat, look how beautiful it looks already. We are gonna do the first antiquing part. Of course, if you want to varnish the violin new looking, straight varnish new looking, then you don't have to do that. But the ground is the same. So we need to have a nice ground, especially when you varnish new looking, because you want it to be perfect. So what I'm teaching and showing you is my way, but you can use the same piece of and make your own puzzle. Okay, so that's very important. Matthias, good to see you. Jan, oh my God. So this morning, 1 hour ago, we had an amazing session with the VIP and we meld together, we prepared the varnish together, and that was really amazing. Hi Joe, good to see you. And yeah, so remember, for those that you already have the, sorry, I have like this thing, it's bothering me. So for those that already have the varnishing course, I add a new lesson for how do I ground the color and the pigments inside the varnish. So for those of you that are not one of my star pupils yet, well, maybe that's the chance. So if you still want to continue to learn from me and stay in a safe environment where we can share and where we can grow, so just follow me and I will send you the link. Let me do that now. So this one, it's the link of the varnishing course. If you like what I'm doing and if you feel you want to learn like this step by step, you find it there. So you can just click there and see everything. So the sales are open for this week up to the weekend. So Monday I will close the sales again because I want to be sure that I have only a few students enrolling and that I will have the time to take care of you. Okay, so that's why I decided to do, I open the sales on only a couple of times a year so that I can be sure that I have the time to follow you and like help you and answer all your questions. So this is the way. If you feel that's the time, then just do it. If you feel that's not the time, you can wait. So up to you. And I just want to show you what's the value that you will find. Then it's your decision if you need it or if you don't need it. Okay, so you may ask, why Sophia, you're so like mellow and not like super hype? Because I don't like when people are super hype and try to sell you something. I feel I don't need to do that because I'm not like teaching, I'm like showing you what I do. So this is a little bit different. So if you want to like see step by step, super organized in like chapter, lesson and everything, what I do, then that's the chance and you should join it. If not, we are still friends and you can still follow me on social. So let's go together now. We need to send it. I will put it closer so you can see closer. And if you have any question, just type in the comment. So I'm going to send with this sandpaper now. Well, maybe that's a little bit too much. So I will use the 200. What I want to do is that I don't want to have dust. There is yeah, let me know if you can hear me well, okay? Just a thumbs up or we can hear you well or something so that I know that you can see and that you can also see. Okay, I hope you can see and hear me well. And the rib where we were making experiment this morning. Oh, now it is okay. Oh, good. I hope you didn't miss too much, because sometimes my connection is not the best. Today I will go to the store for the connection, and probably I will change because yeah, you can't hear. It doesn't work. Thank you, Matthias. Thank you. So I don't know if you missed something, but what I'm doing now, I'm sanding everything just to be sure that everything is smooth and nice. So I always want to have the borders. What grid are you using? Okay, so now I'm using this one, is the 600. Wait. And this one comes from Italy. I don't know if you can find it here. I feel I'm special if I have it from Italy, but I'm sure you can find it here. But it's something I feel special, so it's this one. It's 400, but to be honest, it's not so coarse. I learned the word. So, yes. So what we don't want to have, we don't want to have a sandpaper that leaves sign, like lines of grids. Okay, so we want a sandpaper that is smoothing, but we don't see any marks of the sandpaper. That's very important. So use whatever, but just don't leave any marks on the varnish. And I know that every brand has so different numbers, so just try, but we want to have something that doesn't leave any marks. Okay. Usually this area here I sand a little bit more because the old instruments, they have this part, it's super smooth. So I already start antiquing, like adding some color here, but if you want to varnish straight, just go all over with the same color. So the taste that you want to give, that's your own taste. So I'm showing a method, but you can adapt to what you like. That's important. You need to always make something that you like, because if you make something that you like, you will talk to the heart of people, and that's gonna be easier to sell. So the varnish that I used was very clear because I filter it, so there is no really dust around. But I just want to make it smooth. Remember this area, we wanted to have like round smooth, as we prepared when we were preparing the violin in white before varnishing. So we want to keep this F-hole. I pay a lot of attention on F-holes and also on borders. So yes, so much attention there. also important. Okay, now let's go with the scroll. As you can see, I always use the same piece because I don't want to like sand too much. I just need to make it, if there is some piece of dust around, just remove it. So you don't need to go too aggressive. Like that. To go here inside, I do that. I make a little like this, and then I go inside. That's a trick my father taught me. Here and here. Okay, that's nice. Open again, and so later I will also work more on the borders, make them lighter, but now this is the first time we're French polishing, so I don't want to go too crazy. I mean, we start applying varnishing only yesterday, so this is already a big step ahead. Doesn't work anymore. So. Okay, so what we do now, we start French polishing, and I'm using my tampone, this one. So I have my oil here, tampone here. So this one, I was just using this one on this violin that it's finished, Usignolo. You can see, yes, you can see, the middle part it's white and there is all this color around, because when I'm polishing the last part, like I'm doing on that violin at the end, I'm taking all the oil back and cleaning and sealing everything, as you can see. So the center of your tampone will get white, and the dirt around will go away like that. So, and there is a little course that I made for teaching how do I French polish, that it's called Introduction to French Polish. After I'm French polishing, I will share that to you too, so you have the link. But now what I do, I have this part inside that it's like a knitted fabric. And I add, so on the little video course that I made, you see all the steps to learn how to French polish and how to practice. So I was telling this morning, then I put a piece of fabric on top, like that, and then I add a little fingering little of oil. So what I was telling this morning at the VIP session is that when I was learning how to French polish, I was practicing everywhere. I was practicing on like furniture, and I was French polishing all the chairs that are around the house. I was French polishing the table, and yes, so you need to practice a lot before you can master it. And at the beginning, we need to add a lot of, as we call this, material. So this is my spirit varnish recipe, diluted with a lot of alcohol. And as more as we go on with the French polishing, the more alcohol we have, the less varnish we have. So now, this is the first time, so the wood needs to get the first film that we're applying. But as you can see, it's already shining. Look at that. I love so much this part of the process, and I love French polishing. It's really so, as I was telling my friends, I have learned French polishing when I was 17 in Florence. So there was this man that was German and was French polishing. He came from, so he was French polishing furnitures, but then he started French polish violins too. And my uncle Carlo, he hired him for French polishing his instruments. And at that time, we were finishing the varnish just like the last coat of varnish, that's it. So, but the finishing of the French polishing looking was very nice. So that my father, instead of like hiring this person to French polish our workshop instrument, he asked if he could pay him to teach me and my brothers. So that's what we did. And at that time, he spent so much money, it was in lire still, but wasn't this worth it? I mean, because when you're like spending money for learning something that you can use in the future, it's not really spending, it's investing. So I'm learning from my father that thing. So every time I have a chance to learn something that can make me like jump ahead and go on and make like sell better, whatever, I'm doing it, because it's very important to, sometimes we finish school and then we stop learning, but it's so much important to keep learning from the good sources, of course. So now I go around just to have the first feel. Let me show you. Okay, so at the beginning we need to apply a lot. Like that. Let me know if you are enjoying. So some more oil. Always go on the border. Look how beautiful they are coming. Oh, Shanti, good to see you here. Thank you. I'm glad. If not, I feel like a crazy person talking with herself. So I'm glad somebody's here. You are here watching, and I need to thank you because you took your time from the day to stay here and watch me doing that. And so I really appreciate, and I want to thank you for your time. And now I go on here until I have enough. Okay, you can feel it. It's still, how would you say in English? Let me find. I can't find the word. So you can feel it. It's not, I don't want to say fat, but like the feeling of like velvet touching is still poor. If you touch it, like there is nothing there. So you need to go on until you can feel there is a film. And the fun fact is that now that I'm here, I don't even remember the word in Italian. I'm like wordless. Okay, here. Oh, Diane is enjoying a lot. Thank you, thank you. You are the best. You are the best. Oh, and for everybody that has some question and some like curiosity about the courses and stuff, I mean, here there are a lot of my star pupils joining and following the live, so just ask them. And they're not paid actors, so you can ask them and they will tell you what do they think about the course, about like everything, how it's organized. Just ask, that's the chance. So even if you're watching the replay, you can always ask and you will get the answer. So that's also what I learned. If you ask, you get answers. If you don't ask, then you don't get answers. So, but you need to ask the good questions. So go on with the questions. Now, as you can see, this is getting alive. Oh, Matthias, you learned from, yes. So this is the technique that comes from the, yes, from like furniture and old furniture, French polishing. In Italia we say lucidatura a tampone. So, Joe, the feeling that I have here is that you need to have a feeling that it's rich, okay? So that there is something here that you already can see also the reflection. If you start to see the reflection, you can see the reflection goes everywhere. That means that the film is getting there. And also if you start feeling that it's not poorly, like you are touching the wood. You don't feel anymore that you are touching the wood. You feel that you are touching this film of varnish. So that's why with this method, we do not have to apply too much varnish to get the nice color or nice feeling. And I think for sound, it's so much better. So, I mean, this varnish could look nice like that already. So, and now I want to go on. So today's section will be a little longer because this morning routine takes a little more of time. But it's really very important to start giving the first feeling to the instrument. So top needs a little bit more, as you can see for the reflection. There are still parts like here that I need to work more. So let me add the stick. So after a while that you are French polishing, you realize that you are moving the varnish and you are getting the surface a little bit wet. So there is a certain point where you need to stop. If not, you can stick or you can like take off the varnish. So, but this is something that you will learn while you are doing it and start feeling it. It's important always to practice. Okay. Here. And this is coming really nice. Okay, now maybe if I was alone, I was going on a little bit more, but I don't want to take too much of your time, so let me start the antiquing. So I'm gonna put this here. Okay, and let's see the question from Joe. Do you have trick or not getting the orange demon? This was my biggest problem due to the ground. What do you mean with the orange demon? Like the violin that looks too orange? Just let me know so I can help you. And while I'm preparing everything here, So now we are applying some of the black color here. So what color do I like to use now? Where is it? Here. We use this one. I usually have a lid. Then when it's too dirty, I trash it, so it's easy. Sorry. I need to blow my nose. Okay, so what we need now is to have a little brush. Let me grab a new one. I think this one, yes. Okay, so I use one of the brushes that are cheap because this is the oil color, then they will destroy brushes. So this one. And now I will go with the color, the asphaltum, all around the corners, everywhere. And I will remove if there is too much there with a little cloth, like that one. So let me go closer so you can see better. Oh no. Okay, wait a second. My brush just fell off. Let me collect my brush. Where is it? Here. Okay. All right, so let's start doing this thing together. And remember, when you are making your violin in white, you want to have this part super clean. Okay, it's very ugly when we see in this part here, like glue, dirt. Ooh, okay. We don't want that, okay? We need to have this super clean. It's very important. That makes the difference from an amateur instrument and a good made instrument. So just remember this part. Okay, like that. I will do the beginning with you, and then probably I will do the final part. So this is something that I started since not too many weeks. So I have a YouTube channel also, Sofia Vettori Violin Maker, where I have a GoPro and I can film myself so you can see from the point of view of the maker. That's super interesting also. So probably I will do that so I will do the beginning with you here, and then I will continue on the YouTube channel. So you can also join me there. And so you can find me. There are 2 YouTube channels that I do have. One is for knitting. If you love knitting, you can follow me there too. And one is for violin making. So find the one, and then you can see there, because you know Instagram and Facebook, you can only add short video content. So if you want to have long, Facebook and Instagram are great for short content. So if you want to have long content, YouTube is the best. So that's why I moved there too. So you can find me everywhere. And I'm sorry, my connection is so bad, but I hope you can still follow. So now I will clean where is too much. And it already has a very defined sentiment, like it's amazing. So then I will do all around the borders, and I will do also on the purfling a little bit here, like that. Like that. It almost goes away everything, but it stays just a little film that you will feel it. And I will do on the top too, and on the top I will do also something more special. So I will add some of the color and some of the oil, and I will do like that. And I will make it looking, do you see already here? Yes. Since here, and I didn't go here. So I will make this layer of patina all around the top. And usually I add some more oil to the oil colors so that they are like, I can move them easier. And if there is something you don't like, you can always remove everything with some oil. So this is the first part that I want to show you today. So look, I did this part here. And so when you add patina, you always add with oil, so to make it a little bit like liquid. And if you don't like it, you can always remove everything just using oil immediately. So what I'm doing now, after I go around all the borders, all the purfling, the top, and everything, and I will add this layer of patina, then I will let this violin wait for the whole day. Because if I start varnishing now, I will remove everything that I'm just applying. So we need to have it sit, dry, and then I will go on everything with a very thin layer of spirit varnish. So I will use my spirit varnish a little layer thin, so that I can like fix everything, stop everything, and then I will go on with my own varnish. So, but all these like steps that I'm doing here pretty fast because we have a live, I'm showing step by step like 9 hours of filming of how do I do on one varnish on the course. So really you will see everything there. So this was just a little sample, but isn't this looking already beautiful? And let me see the Joe question. I like orange, but when it's more on the golden side instead of looking like a fruit. Yes, I understand. I think if you start with a nice ground like that, and you add the pigments on top, and you choose like pigments that are like violet, brown, Bordeaux, you will never get the orange. So sometimes years ago, I was applying a transparent coat of varnish, and then I was applying some varnish that was yellow colored, like I was using Kamala or other yellow colors. But lately I don't use any yellow or orange color because I already like my ground color, so I don't need to add extra orange or yellow. Instead, if you like it, then you do it. But as I prefer to make old looking, like more warmer on the brown side, then as soon as I do the transparent layers, I go with the brown. So I suggest you to do that. So don't ever apply yellow or orange if you don't want to see it. Just go with the brown and some red, a little bit, because we don't need too much red. Really, we need to focus on brown if you want to have the very like warm effect and color. I love Bordeaux, violet, and brown. Did I answer your question, Joe? Please let me know. And I put this here. And let me see. You can also answer your question later. And I will answer you because I think I'm delaying or the connection is not the best. So I will go on now. Probably I will finish all this on the YouTube channel, so you can also follow me there. You can follow me everywhere, and I am, as we say in this this word, I'm Googleable. I had to use brown oil colors to tone down the ground. Yes, that can be. So when you do the ground, the tea, if you use the tea, use like a tea that it's dark. Okay, use a super dark tea, and then you can color your tea with the pigments that goes into the brown. So everything you can do to prevent the color that you don't want. And something that I need to tell you, if you have in your mind one color that you want to reach, you need to find a picture of a violin, an old violin that has that color. So now with this camera, this looks more orange, but this is brown. So as soon as you have a color in your mind, you look around, you find a picture of a violin or something that has that color, and you place that close to you when you're working. So your eyes will match it. Okay, your eyes will find a way to match it, because if you have only an idea in your mind, it's very hard for your eyes to match the idea that you have in your mind. But if you have something that it's printed, that it's close there where you're varnishing, your eyes will go there and will find the same color. And with the option that you have and all the jars and tools, you can find the color that you are dreaming of. Okay, I hope I helped you. Let me know if you have any more questions, and I will go on with all this antiquing. Thank you for being here with me. From your Sophia, see you tomorrow for the last live. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Good morning.